Ms. CC writes, "My mother depends on me to take her shopping as she is 86 and uses a wheelchair. I took her to NatWest in Clacton-on-Sea, where she attempted to withdraw £2,000. I had to do the talking as she is hard of hearing. The bank wanted to know what the money was for, and we said it was for building work. We were asked if it was a reputable firm, and were asked for ID, which we did not have. My mother was treated like a 2-year-old, and we walked out. I made a complaint to NatWest, and 2 weeks later we were shopping in St Albans and went to NatWest there. The branch had notes on its computer about me trying to obtain money from my mother. Staff refused a withdrawal, took away our debit card, and called the police.Tony replies. This was a real horror story for you and your mother. Police questioned your mother in the main banking area, where everyone could hear. This time you did have ID, but you were asked again why your mother wanted the withdrawal. The police were satisfied, but the bank again refused you any money. Bank staff are in a tricky position in circumstances like this. If they suspect someone, perhaps a relative or a carer, is trying to get access to an elderly customer's savings, they want to do the right thing and intervene. NatWest told me, our staff are trained to ask questions to help prevent a customer becoming the victim of a fraud. I asked officials at the bank's head office to look into what you told me. After reconsidering, they have issued a new debit card to your mother and given the green light for the withdrawal. A.N. writes, I sent for details of a scheme about working from home. I received a reply from Mr. G.J. Trott of Top Mailshare in London, offering work stuffing leaflets into envelopes for £1.10p of time, or £6 to £8 per page for typing. I sent £35 to join the scheme, but was sent no work, and when I asked for a refund I received nothing. From about 2000 until 2009, I received regular complaints about a conman named Ibrahim Shevket who ran a scheme called Star Mailshare. He advertised that people could work from home, stuffing envelopes for £1.10p of time, or typing for £6 or more per page. But to discourage time wasters, he had to ask for a registration fee. Anyone who paid would receive a letter from Shevket saying, "We will be writing to you as soon as work is available in your area." Of course, it never was. In the end, Shevket was halted by trading standards investigators from the London Borough of Haringey, where he was based. In the first case of its kind anywhere in the country against a homeworking scam, they used the Enterprise Act 2002 to order Shevket to stop breaching customers' rights by using misleading advertising claims. The order was legally binding, so if Shevket carried on conning, he could be hauled before a judge for contempt of court. So, what does all this have to do with Top Mailshare and your missing £35? Well, the offer you received was almost a word-for-word copy of the false mail shots issued by Ibrahim Shevket. It promised to deliver hundreds of leaflets and envelopes to your door. All you had to do was stuff the leaflets into envelopes and address them from a list provided, and a driver would collect them and pay you in cash. But this is where things get murky. Shevket moved away years ago, so for the past several weeks I have been working with the local trading standards department to investigate this copycat scam. At the address in Haringey, Jeffrey Trott denied all knowledge of mail shots sent out in his name. He told me someone must be copying leaflets and sending them out with my name on them. I have done a bit of mail order, but that was 16 years ago. I have retired now and am on a pension. He said, if he sent me any money, I have never received it. The place where I live has got thieves living in it. Our Haringey Council spokeswoman said, our trading standards team have been working with the Mail on Sunday to investigate this complaint. We encourage anyone with information to contact Citizens Advice. If there are already other victims, or if Top Mailshare has switched to a new address elsewhere, we must stop it before it takes root. writes, I am 66 years old and ran a barbershop for 32 years. Unfortunately, I was diagnosed with bowel cancer and had to close the business. I gave utility suppliers my home address to settle any charges and then went into hospital for surgery and chemotherapy. My business life was behind me, but I have suddenly started getting letters from debt collectors acting for phone company Unicom. This was upsetting. I asked for a breakdown of the amount claimed, but have not been given one. Can you help? Tony replies, I am not surprised you wanted a breakdown. Universal Debt Collection first asked for £158.46. A second demand arrived 3 days later, wanting £194.43. But 6 days after that, a third letter told you to pay £188.46. You see, Universal Debt Collection and the phone firm Unicom are both owned by the same company, Star. After I started investigating, it became clear you did owe about £25. While you thought you paid the last phone bill when you closed your business bank account, but there was one more in the pipeline. I contacted Star's chief executive Christopher Earle for an explanation of the rest of the demand, and it turned out that Ibrahim had not received the letter you sent to cancel the phone line. The company assumed you were simply a debtor. The charges were for line rental and then a termination fee. Ibrahim does have a sensible process under which it waives fees when someone such as yourself ceases trading, but one of its staff slipped up after you made contact. Ibrahim has now written off all its charges and you will hear nothing more from the debt collectors. If you believe you are the victim of financial wrongdoing, write to Tony at Financial Mail, 2 Derry Street, London, W85TS. Or email tony.hetherington@melansunday.co.uk. Because of the high volume of enquiries, personal replies cannot be given. Please send only copies of original documents, which we regret cannot be returned.